Today's class photo is brought to you by the 5 problem children. Hello and welcome again to Michelle's Life on Repeat, and in today's problem child category we have 5 that I am trying to figure out how to make them grow or thrive. She is growing new shoots, but the roots, we need some help. So she was converted to water culture a month ago. This is December 1st. And I started a month ago noticing some plants going downhill or just not thriving after a year and a half of being in my care. So I converted them to a water culture, or the process of water culture, or some way of me monitoring their root system. Clear was the best way to monitor. So we mostly have pebbles in these, and I am watering them as needed and draining the water off afterwards. None of them have grown roots long enough where I would leave water covering them, so I can't really quite say that's 100% water culture. But here we have the problem 5. So I will call these my troubled children. The first one is a Dendrobium Microchip. The first year was glorious right out from the vendor that shipped it to me, and she had tons of blooms. And last year, the next cycle of its blooming, I got 2. Yes, count them. 2 tiny little flowers. I was thankful for them, but Dendrobium Microchip, you're just not holding up. You gotta pull your weight in the family. Again, she is from Seattle Orchids, and I have stopped purchasing from them. I have not had success with many of their orchids. Number 2 coming in the front. Look at her. She's got this whole new leaf and a baby leaf growing. I'm so proud of her. She used to be on a mount, and she didn't like that. She used to be potted up in bark perlite mixture, and she didn't like that. And she is a no root wonder. Nothing, absolutely nothing. But because she keeps growing, I'm just gonna give her a drink every other day or so and then drain her off. Let me find her name tag for you. She is SLC Long Life Angel Paradise. She came from Fantasy Orchids, and if she grows some roots, she will be very magnificent. I like the way she arcs. She stands proud even though she has no roots. All right, coming in at number 3, here we have the only Vanda I have left. Yes, I have only purchased 2 Vandas, and this is the only one that has survived, but she is barely surviving. Someone, Orchidea, she has a channel, she suggested layering some bark up inside of it. And I think a lot of her problem is me. When I started with Vandas, I just didn't know what to do. So I kept moving her from container to pot to hanging to conforming her roots into vases. And I think I bent one too many times her roots that I thought were more pliable than they were. She has been struggling, but she used to have wrinkles in her leaves that told me she was really struggling. See, there's a little bit on that top one there, a little bit of wrinkling. But I've put her in bark. She has that one root that you see, and there's one other long one underneath the pebbles there. But those are the 2 original ones she came with. So I'm hoping that we will grow some roots this year. So number 3 is my Vanda. I don't even know if I have a tag. Yes, I do. To give you her full name. Vanda Pat Delight Pink Tango. She came from Brookside Orchids. And again, I think most of her problems were because I did not know how to care for Vandas. So I'll give her the credit. Coming in at number 4, we have this Kaisis, and it's a completely new plant to me. I did know that it liked wind blowing on it. It liked to bobble a little bit with its bulbs. And it said, when I read it on the powerful internet, that it likes to be mounted. I did not choose to mount it. I put it in a bark mixture, and the bulbs kind of graced over the top and hung, and the wind blew on her. But I noticed she just wasn't picking up in the growing factor. Her leaves are skinny. They're kind of light pale, so maybe she's had too much light. I just don't know. And so I have taken her out, put her in pebbles, and I water her and then drain it off. And there might be a wee bit of water. She does have some root going down in there, but I'm not even sure if it's a good solid root or not. I've been told they go into winter resting mode and she won't need much water. So I just give her a little bit because it's hit and miss. I really don't know what to do with her. But that is number 4, Miss Kaisis. Let's see who you came from. Kaisis, you were originated from, again, Fantasy Orchids, and it will be a fantasy if I see flowers on it. Maybe she's still a youth, not quite a seedling, not quite a mature plant. If you know out there and you're watching that, let me know in the comments below. I'd appreciate that. Coming in at number 5, the one and only rootless wonder, Isabella Eclipse. Bella Isabella Lunar Eclipse from Kalapana Orchids. And she keeps growing these new leaves. I'm thankful for them. Let's see if you can see there's one there that, but it's very flimsy and there is no roots to speak of down below in the beads. So I water her, drain it off, pray over her, and hope she pulls through. Despite her not having any roots, I just love the way she layers left, right as she climbs up with her fanning that she does to grow and grow and grow taller. Keep growing, little one. And there is the class photo of the 5 little hopefuls. It is December 1st. We'll check in on these 5 fabulous little misfits in one more month, and we'll see if they've made any progress. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate your time.